So it's kind of like that quote, and I'm not sure who said it or where I heard it from, but it always sticks in my head. Some people are in your life for a lifetime, and some people are in your life for a season. And my interpretation of that is some people serve us and are supposed to take this journey with us, and some people are just in our lives to teach us a certain lesson for an amount of time or until we learn that lesson, and then it's okay to let them go because the purpose was served. So I have learned through my life, and I'm continuing to learn, that as we grow and change and improve and better ourselves, sometimes that means letting go of relationships that are holding us back, or letting go of beliefs that are holding us back, and really being honest with ourselves. Is this person or this situation or this relationship serving me anymore? Serving me in a positive way? Serving me in a healthy, secure way? Or do I feel drained when I have this belief, or when I am around this person, or when I'm in this type of situation? And really just being honest and listening to what your body or your intuition is telling you, right? And this can be a really hard lesson to learn or change to make. Like, letting go of stuff that holds us back can be really difficult. I mean, if someone has been a friend or in your life for a really long time, they're a friend from childhood, they're a family member, that can be difficult to really come to terms to, and even allow yourself to entertain the idea that, does that mean they need to still continue to be in my life? Is this relationship, is this situation, is this belief that I have actually serving me? Like, if you have the belief that just because someone has been a friend to you since childhood, that, well, they're just in my life now, and that's just the way it's always been, so that's the way it needs to stay. Could it be possible that that belief is a belief that is keeping you from bringing more of what you want and more of the real relationships that you want into your life? And that's a question you have to ask yourself. And I say this in a really loving way, because I'm referring to the relationships that are actually not serving you anymore, if you're honest with yourself. Like, serving you in a truly meaningful, healthy way. You know, not serving a negative thing that you have. If you're honest with yourself, you know, they might drain you, or maybe the people that you hang around have a lot of bad habits that you actually don't really want in your life anymore, and you just kind of know that when you're around them, they bring out that side of you, but you've just always had them in your life, so it's almost just like a habit that you feel you can't break, and that you're just kind of stuck in it. But really being honest with yourself, like, who made that rule that just because somebody has been in your life for a long time, or you've just always thought these thoughts, or you've just always put yourself in these type of situations, like, who made the rule that you can't just wake up tomorrow or today and decide that you want something different? And being honest and looking at your life and looking at maybe what you need to clear out of it, what you need to let go of, and understanding that it's okay. There's not some divine power or rule that's telling us we have to hold on to every thought that we've ever had, every belief that our parents told us we needed to believe, or every person in our lives. That is exhausting just to think about. That feels heavy just to think about. I mean, if you think about it, not everybody is meant to be in your life always. Not every situation is meant, everything is temporary, right? And I'm not just talking about relationships, and I'm not just talking about one type of relationship. I'm talking about romantic, friendship, family, situations. Are you always putting yourself in a certain type of scene? Are you often going to outings that are hectic and chaotic, or are you typically just sitting at home by yourself watching TV, or whatever it is? Or are you just having these negative thought patterns, of you're not good enough, or you can't do it, or you don't have enough money, or whatever it is that is actually holding you back and making you feel tired, making you feel heavy, making you feel drained and exhausted. And you just feel that that's just the way life is, and you're just going to accept that. And that's fine. That is totally fine if you are okay with that. But if you're really not, when you really ask yourself, am I happy with the way that my life is set up, and the people and the beliefs that I have, and the situations that I put myself in? And then really thinking about, is it possible that there are some beliefs that I could be letting go of right now that just might create an opening in my life for me to bring in something that is more serving to me, that will bring me joy, that will bring me happiness? And understanding that it is okay, and it doesn't make you a bad person if you need to distance yourself or let go of certain relationships. And that's the thing too, is that it doesn't even necessarily mean, this is all what is best for you and what works best for you. Okay, maybe that looks like not actually getting rid of someone in your life, but maybe you just need to distance yourself a little bit more. Maybe you can only be in a certain friend group for a certain amount of time or something, to kind of give yourself that respect of like what you can handle and what you can't, create a boundary with yourself. I've had to do this. I've had to do this with family. There is some family that I used to just admire, that as I've gotten older, I've realized that there are some very unhealthy patterns and narcissistic type of energies and manipulation and stuff going on. And okay, maybe I'm not ready to say this person shouldn't be in my life at all, but okay, I distance myself. You pull yourself away and create more of like a sense of just protecting yourself more. So I have to do that. Sometimes I need to say no to certain situations because that means I have to protect myself. I have to take care of myself, right? And this can just go for any part, any aspect, any belief, any situation, because sometimes it is just a matter of they're here to teach a lesson. Some people are just here or in your life or some situation. It's sometimes just to teach you a lesson. And sometimes when you learn the lesson, they just maybe on their own go out of your life, and maybe you need to accept that, and maybe that is perfectly okay. Because I have definitely had a friendship also that I've had that just kind of faded away, and then I realized it wasn't serving me anymore, and I stopped trying to fight to keep that relationship alive, because it was kind of one-sided. I realized it didn't feel good anymore anyway, and I learned a lesson from it, and I accepted that, and I accepted it from a positive light and just like a loving light and gratitude for a sense, and just let it go. And it's okay. I've let go of it. I don't harbor it. There's nothing weighing me down anymore. So ask yourself, is there something in your life that might need to change so that you can actually bring in more of the growth and the joy and the right relationships and connections and satisfaction into your life, and to help get more of what you want out of your life. It's your life. And we don't have to stay stuck in these old mindsets, or just accept that whoever's in our life is just in our life, or just accept that whatever thought we have, oh, well, that's just how I think and that's just what it is. Challenge that. Challenge that. Is that really something I want to think? Does it make me feel better when I have that limiting belief? No, it doesn't. What could I think instead, or what could I change to actually feel a little bit better? And just start asking yourself these questions. And yes, it might take some action, because you might not always like the answer that you get. But do I like the outcome more than the current standing situation? And what's more worth it to you? And just sometimes letting go, actually letting go of that control and those beliefs, and then just having trust that as you grow and improve on yourself and challenge yourself and try new things and have less fear, that the universe will just give you more of what you want, more of what you can handle. I mean, think about it. Why would the universe or life give you something you're not ready for yet, or something you're not grateful for? Why would it give you more abundance if you are angry and fearful all the time and complaining and whining? And is that really an energy of abundance and joy and confidence? And no, it doesn't. Think about it, like you should be rewarded for treating yourself well and being grateful for what you do have, and looking for more ways to add joy and gratitude into other people's lives, into the world. And then that'll spread. And then you might even find that some of those things that you used to want, that you don't even really desire anymore, because you're being filled up from within yourself, because you are respecting yourself and thinking more about what you need, and coming from more of a healthy and happy and grateful place, instead of angry and negative and fearful. Because why would those energies be rewarded if you think about it? If you can't handle your life the way that it is now, and you're ungrateful for it, and you're angry or you're fearful of it, do you really want to handle more? You need to learn to be appreciative first, grateful, less fearful, and just more accepting and trusting, right? And then being able to follow your passion and follow what lights you up from a good place, focusing on your journey and your healing, and then the rest will fall in place. And think about it, that makes sense. But sometimes this means we have to let go of certain limiting beliefs and let go of certain relationships, and understand that sometimes things in our life are temporary, and that's okay. That is okay. And just accepting. We don't have to hold on to everything just because that's what you see other people do, or that's what your family told you that the way it needs to be, or just because it's what you've always done. Just because it's what you've always done, or it's what you've always thought, or it's what you've always had, doesn't mean that that's how it has to stay. Because if you don't make changes, you'll never see a change. You'll never be open to it, and it just will never come to fruition. Okay. Well, I hope this helped. Put a comment down below if you understand about this, if you've experienced any of this. Share it with somebody if it can help them. And just start asking yourself some of those challenging questions and being honest. And if you want any further opinions or my thoughts on some of these other topics, look at my other videos. All right. I hope this helps. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.